This video is going to be an unboxing and overview of my new Blackvue DR900S-2CH 4K dash camera. 2CH stands for dual channel, front and rear. Just the front camera does up to 4K 30 FPS. The rear is just full 1080. It has here are some of the features of the camera. You know, about the 4K 30 FPS. You have the encoding types, 8 megapixel front and 2.1 rear. Enhanced night vision. It supports up to 256 gigs of micro SD cards. Loop recording, you know, that constantly records in a loop, so it'll keep recording over and over again, deleting older files. You have your parking mode recording, which is one of the better ones on the market. It's for the parking recording. And you have, you know, the great night view. You have the app to connect from your mobile device directly to the camera. And you have a full cloud recording, so if you're connected to the internet, let's say if you're parked in your hotspot or in your driveway and you have access to your Wi-Fi, or if you have a hotspot in your car, if it's connected to the cloud, you'll never lose footage. You can automatically buffer recorded footage or footage that you specify up into the cloud. So let's say somebody were to break into your car and vandalize it, you'll have them and take your camera, you'll still have all the footage because the camera footage would have been uploaded to the cloud. And over here is a bullet list of some of the different features of the cloud camera. You also have full GPS connection as well. You have two-way voice communication, so let's say somebody that you authorize can connect directly to your camera and talk to you two-way via voice through the camera. Although I don't see why that would be necessary. You know, if you have a phone, you just call them. But yeah, if somebody can connect to your dash cam live as you're driving and watch the camera footage and talk to you live, so that's a pretty cool feature. So you have it also gives you driving reports of how you're driving and some other good stuff. So let's get on to the unboxing now, and I'll be using my my Leatherman to open this up. A Leatherman unboxing knife. And we shall see what's in the box. If you're buying this and you're not going to be plugging it into a cigarette lighter, I recommend getting the PowerMagic hardware kit or their dedicated battery for extended parking mode recording. I went with the PowerMagic the first time on my first camera, which only got me a couple of hours of recording while I was parked, more or less, depending on how my battery was doing. But with the new battery, I can get much longer recording, which will be nice. So anyway, here's your main camera. On front, it's also worth noting, if you had a prior version like a DR750 and you wanted to upgrade to this, all you would need to replace is just the front camera. The wiring harness, the rear camera are identical to what came with the DR750, for example. So this swivels. Press the button. So when you have this mounted, and press a button and you'll adjust it so that you have the correct orientation. Here's, of course, your camera lens. You're going to take this off once you have this installed on your car. And this too, there's a motion sensor here to activate different functions. Like you could have it manually turn on and off the audio of the camera if you wanted nobody to hear what you're saying and at the time. Or you could have it manually do a manual recording. It could activate a manual recording as well. So you can toggle that. This is your Wi-Fi on and off button. It's also used for resetting the camera and some other things. This is to plug into the wiring harness that goes to the second camera, and this is your power plug. Here's your rear camera. Just as with the front, it swivels around, but you don't have any button that you have to press for it. And that cable goes into there. And there are no wireless features like on the other one. And here's a light which you can toggle to go on or not go on. I choose to not have it go on, so it's more in a stealth mode. And this front camera also has a light on it somewhere, and it has some indicators on the rear, so that way when you're inside the car you see if it's on or off, if GPS connected, if it's currently recording, etc. So that's good to have. The camera also has vocal warnings, so it tells you when it's powering on, powering off, if it's recording an event, etc., etc. Here's your manual. And here are your cables and accessories. And this is if you're going to be, this is your cigarette lighter plug, power cigarette lighter plug. And the cigarette lighter plug would end up plugging into your Power Magic if you were doing a hardwire. This is your wire to go from to attach two cameras together. And this is more than enough to get you through a car or an SUV length vehicle. This is a plastic pry tool for getting your trim panels off. Here are some clips to attach the wire for routing it along your trim panels. And a couple of extra adhesives. So it's a couple of extra adhesives for your camera. That's the adhesive that goes on the sides. And this is the rear, that's the front. SD card reader, it's a USB plug. This is one of the clips that you'll use for keeping your wires tidy. And when riding it around your car. And it comes with a 16 gigabyte memory card, which is really way too little if you're going to be doing some serious parking mode recording. So anyway, that's it for now for this the unboxing and overview of the DR900S. I will be doing a video showing some highlights of my installation into my car and the hardwire portion as well. Here's a very quick look at the manual. By the way, you update the firmware on the camera by downloading the Blackvue app either onto a computer or on your phone, let's say. If you're doing it on your phone, you'll first download the firmware, and then you're going to connect to your camera via Wi-Fi, and then have it upload to the SD card, at which point it will upgrade the firmware. And they do regular firmware upgrades, so it's a pretty good company. They stay on top of upgrades. So yeah, here's just a quick look at the manual. You can always download this online. And this is what the computer program looks like if you're using it on your PC for reviewing your footage and whatnot. So continuing on. And there are an abundance of settings for this. Here are some additional specifications of the camera. So in another video I'll get into more of the details, showing you how the app works and whatnot. So anyway, please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me and my upcoming videos and full-on review and installation. Thank you for watching. Bye.